I love nature. I think we should take care of the earth, be a good steward, and be careful with our waste. My problem with the environmentalists is they do not care about the environment. Here's Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Sure, I don't know why AOC isn't dressed in white and crying for the dead whales that keep washing on the beach from wind farms that are being placed all over the ocean.
Wind farms destroy life. The green movement's desire for electricity and prompting car batteries is only strip mining mountains and paying out China. They have no interest in nuclear power or natural gas even. We blew up the gas pipeline.
And people are calling the alarms over how this is not only killing unknown thousands of bird species, but also causing whales to beach themselves at record numbers.
I'm from the San Joaquin Valley, and they destroyed the entire farming community of California over one little Delta smelt fish.
But the real problem, Sean, is Pete Buttigieg. He's the Secretary of Transportation, and he's more interested in equity and inclusion in his hiring practices and grant-giving schemes.
Pete Buttigieg has been the biggest failure of the Biden administration, including all those cargo ships that are lined up outside of Long Beach and are still trying to get in and ship our products.
Then he is rail safety. And that's where we have real danger in our country. You see, Pete Buttigieg was never qualified for the job.
Pete had only one qualification for the job.
And I believe we need to haul him in our committees and start questioning him over what's actually happening in his department. Because train derailment is happening every single day. And now thousands of people, birds, animals, they're all sick. And we don't know the consequences of this horrible accident in East Palestine.
The poison fallout from that train derailment and blowing up those tankers makes up for every American's recycling effort. Think of how we separate our trash for a lifetime. They don't care.
But we have people like Ilhan Omar. She wants to, crack down on corporate greed when it comes to rails and the privately owned sections of rails. But really what we have to do is we have to make sure that our rails are safe.
This is why I say it's all Marxism, because all they try to do is take over business. They just want to top-down take over business in the name of protecting the earth. But that's not their real reason, because they don't protect the earth.
Democrats passed a $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, and only $5 billion went towards rail safety.
Exhibit B, they don't care about the environment.
This is a failure. It would have never happened under a Republican-controlled infrastructure bill, and we need to hold Democrats accountable for this, especially Pete Buttigieg.
GOP greed. Remember, Milt Friedman said greed is good. Capitalism greed is better for the environment than the greenies, whatever they're doing, is destroying the environment.
Well, the money's going to the Green New Deal. Over $1 trillion from the infrastructure bill goes to Green New Deal programs. Things like $7 billion to convert buses and ferries to electric batteries. Most of that benefits China, because China controls the electric battery in the industry, and America doesn't even compete.
Our money benefits China, and China is one of the world's actual largest polluters. They're bad for the environment, and Democrats are rerouting money to them. Who was against China? I remember an orange guy going, China, 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 and we ran him out of office.
You see, they didn't care about infrastructure. They didn't care about planes, trains, and automobiles and our real infrastructure in our crumbling nation. They cared about passing their policies, woke policies like the Green New Deal, that only make people like Greta happy and make people like Bill Gates happy, but don't do anything for the American taxpayers and the very important needs of our infrastructure.
Where's Greta coming out and scowling, and where's Al Gore coming out and shaking his angry Southern Baptist finger at the Biden administration? All those lunatics are quiet. By the way, if you want to buy my books that are all printed in America, there's a link to my Shopify store down in the description. Support American printing, not China. I'm Doug in Exile.